This appears to be the train that we're going to ride today. I can't see all the way down to the end. Not sure what diesel is on it. So they actually have two trains that run out of Skagway, the Yukon trip. The other train is over on the other side of the pier. It's way out over there. Oh, and so here's a little tidbit too in Skagway. Here's a regular little basic metal building. It's got a hopper chute on it, but it is an ore loading facility. Goes up there, just has an ore drop at the end. That's simple, easy to make. Some stairs, no problem. All right, everybody, so this is Steve 87th. So this is our trip on the White Horse Pass Railroad, which is out of Skagway, Alaska. So we took a bus up to the top of the mountains in the Klondike. So this train was established during the Klondike Gold Rush. I think they said it was 122 miles long, going over the dangerous, treacherous areas of where the Klondike was at. So this particular excursion took us down the mountain. So we climbed all the way up to the mountain. I think we're at about 4,500 feet high. You can see that there's a lake out over on this side. And I'm trying to remember right off the top of my head if this was a narrow gauge or not. I don't think so. I think this is a regular gauge railroad. But what we're going to do is we're going to get on the train car, which was very, very old style, which was kind of cool. Was all wood and decorated very, very nicely inside, but it actually had a wooden stove in the back. It wasn't wood fired, but it was propane fired. And the seats, and you can see that the windows are all really nicely done, and all of the cars were like this. So it was a pretty neat start off to the trip. So let's go down the mountain.
Him is our brakeman, Scott Rhea. Now I do have two rolling tour guides with me today. Their names are Mason and Kelsey. And
So the weather was pretty rough, but this is the uphill train that we're meeting up with. It is going northbound into the Yukon as we're coming down. And when we turn around, we'd gone over this trestle. The weather was really hard, so it was hard to see a lot of things. And this was a fairly good shot about from where we were catching up with that train was going to go across the trestle. And I think I just missed it going across. And then we're back on our trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be stopped here for just a short moment. We are picking up some hikers, and then we will be on our way back down to Skagway.
So we pull back into the Skagway station, in the Skagway, and we go over to the White Pass and Yukon Route station. It was kind of neat. It was their old main terminal that they used to have. They actually put people in different places, but it was all decked out with different models and scenes and all that, information about the railroad and the summit excursions and so forth. The town itself had some neat architecture in it, still back from the 1800s when the gold rush happened, late 1800s. And there's a lot of different railroad history and information and stuff that's out there for it. So it was kind of a neat little trip. Unfortunately, I didn't get to give you guys too much viewing because of the overcast and clouds. But here's kind of the last part of the depot before we left the town. And on our walk back to the cruise ship, there was this little railroad park, had the old steam engines and original cabooses and so forth. It's a very interesting railroad, and lots of scenery, not a lot of stops. And, we'll end it off with the big snow blower that they used to have. So this is Steve87 saying thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again.